Save your coins. When you overhear a 50-cent story, or someone gives you a dime of advice, keep the change.
Fall asleep when the sun wakes up. I couldn't tell you what I was thinking.
When I was younger, I used to play hockey, and there'd always be one kid on the team that would ask for everyone's clear tape, stuff we'd use to wrap our pads. They'd ask for that at the end of every practice. We all thought they were weird, but no one refused, because it was just going to go in the trash anyway. So game after game, practice after practice, this kid would collect all the tape and roll it into a ball. And at first it was tiny and insignificant. But throughout the season it became a baseball, and then a softball, and then a volleyball, and then a basketball, and then it became something people admired. And now there are 2 points to this story. The kid knew their outcome, and they knew what to ask for. They didn't go around begging for leftover pucks or broken laces. They just wanted the tape. Now I think it's obvious I'm not just talking about a ball of tape. I'm talking about creating compelling art. Because I think people have this illusion in their heads that great artists will just wake up from a dream and have a fully fleshed idea ready to go. Or they'll come out of the shower hit with this miraculous sense of inspiration, and they'll be able to type for 10 hours straight. But that's not the truth. The reality is that great ideas come one piece of tape at a time. To phrase it another way, imagine little ideas as like pocket change. Stuff people are constantly throwing out because they don't think it's significant. People are constantly giving out quarters and dimes in the stories they tell, and their anecdotes about their day. Listen, the creative mind knows to listen for those. They know to collect all the pocket change they come across. So keep the change. Be like a neurotic accountant and keep track of all your coins. Write it all down, even if it's just a word or a phrase, or a small description of a person you saw in a coffee shop, because it will add up. Now the beauty of this coin metaphor is that sometimes you have coins of your own that you've forgotten about. You put on an old pair of jeans, you put on an old jacket, you reach your hand in the couch and you find a dime, a quarter, 50 cents, sometimes even $1. These are your past experiences and stories that you may have forgotten about. I already told you a quarter I found in my pocket with that story about the weird kid from hockey practice who'd collect everyone's tape. But just to circle back to that story, the point I made, the 2 key points of that story, that knowing your outcome and knowing what to ask for, to convert that to the coin metaphor. Think about it like this. When you start collecting this pocket change and you want to create a fully fleshed project, you have to know what you're buying and you have to know how much it costs. Because to write a novel may take $100 worth of ideas, whereas a short story may only take $1. So if you only want to write that short story, don't spend 3 months collecting change when you could have written it a week into the process. Now the same goes for musicians and artists. Are you writing a song or an entire album? Are you just making a little sketch on the computer, or are you painting on a 6-foot canvas? You have to know how much your project is going to cost you. And the second and the vital thing is knowing what you're actually buying. And this can be small. This can be simple. This can be a theme that guides you. Maybe you want to write a song about isolation, or a story about redemption, Or maybe you want to talk about a character archetype, the shy artist, and you want to write a film about that. Just let the small detail guide the bigger story. For those people who want to create but don't know where to start, my advice to you is start with the first coin you find. Because usually that's the most important thing. That's the keystone piece that will guide and flesh out the rest of your idea. Just to give you a specific example, I was watching a YouTube video the other day about a rapper, and it talked about his life before and how he went to culinary school and was a chef. So all I wrote in my phone was 3 chefs ... which has nothing to do with the video. But I picked out a nickel of an idea. And that will guide whatever story becomes of that. So I'm on the search for coins now. So to sum it all up, save your tape, keep your coins, and spend your money wisely.
Money burns a hole in my money, burns a hole in my money, burns a hole in my money.